When we bought our house last spring, we knew this popcorn ceiling had to go, but we didn't have a ton of money, so we had to get a little creative with ways to cover it up. I landed on this for the inspo pick, but I knew that hardwood was way out of our budget, so we ended up searching for something that would mimic it in our budget. We ended up just getting a bunch of 4x8 1/4-inch plywood boards, and we went to our hardware store and rented a table saw so that we could rip them into 4-inch planks. And before you all doubt the plywood, just hang on till the end to see the results. So just ripping these plywood boards into 4-inch planks took us probably about 3 hours, and we did this between the hours of like 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. because you gotta use what time you have when you work full-time jobs. I also forgot to mention that before this process, we painted the whole ceiling black to give it a little bit of dimension. Once we were done ripping the 4-inch planks, so we gave them a light sanding. Then I went ahead and wiped down all of the boards with mineral spirits to get rid of all of the sawdust. We had a little help from Josue's family, and they helped us stain the boards because there were a ton of them. And once we had all of the boards finally cut and stained, we finally got to start on the fun part. So we ended up pretty much just starting at the peak of the ceiling because that seemed the easiest, and then kind of working our way down. And we used a spare plywood board in order to space out the slat ceiling. In order to attach the boards, we used liquid nails on the back of each board, and then we also used a brad nailer to nail in all of the boards to keep them in place and keep them secure from falling on our heads. The total cost for this project, including all of the materials, it was just under $1,200. And if we had done this project in hardwood, it probably would have cost us over $6,000 just in wood materials. So you're pretty much getting the same exact look, but for a fraction of the cost. What do you guys think? Do you think we pulled it off?